Smarts here on the Cock with your host, Frank Horlick. An easy hour to spend if you need the change.
Welcome to Street Smarts here at Muskie Studios. Once again, it's been a long time. I've had a hiatus myself. I had to go to Canada to we'll just say that the disguise, the immigration issues are still happening. And we have a treat here tonight on Street Smarts. We have Mr. Joe Jones with us, who's a Welshman, but he has been transplanted in some form or another in Kent. Somewhere in Kent, but we're not sure exactly where it is in Kent. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Thank you very much.
And welcome to Muskie Studios.
Yeah, well, it's not the first time I've been here.
He has been here before, that is true.
Yeah, it's nice to be back.
He's a songwriter indeed, and has, he's been here gracing his notes into some electronics, primitive electronics, but you wake up and write a song. Now, is that from a dream, or where does that come from?
Well, sometimes it is from a dream, sometimes it's a snippet, a picture, but usually it starts with a couplet.
A couplet?
Yes, just some words that sound like they are something, so I make sure they become something. Now, I'll take anything that comes along, really.
Well, here at Muskie Studios, we do a lot of fishing, and that's basically what you do as well. Fishing for the muse, I guess, is what it would be.
Yeah.
Now, you're a man of many hats, and that is you wear them well.
Thank you very much.
He does wear them well. Although I must say you don't wear hats very often, but a man of musical hats. And what are some of the hats that you like to put on?
Well, I have actually got a top hat which I wear when I play the bass. But you have seen that one once.
I have seen that, yes. With the
Sick Note Blues Band.
Sick Note Blues Band.
Almost ashamed to admit that as I grow older, I love country more and more and more.
Yes.
Which is where the banjo comes in.
Right.
And my banjo here. And, well, passion extends, is broadening into every single folk music at the moment, but in particular, of course, flamenco, which is why I've been holding on to your lovely guitar here. It's just beautiful.
Country music, do you live in the country, or is it just a mentality that you like? Is it rural, or is it urban country?
Well, you've got me there, because I have never been to America. I am a country boy, and most of my music is actually rooted in that. It is rooted in the peace and quiet that you can find in a secluded spot where you really can relax and take your time to follow the music, which you can't always do in a city.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
Anyway.
Traffic noise, I think, has been a metaphor of the past. You have a gig at 8:30, let's say, at a said place. Now, what preparation do you do from 5 o'clock on? Or do you do it sooner? Or do you do it not at all?
My preparation is, I suppose it's dictated by circumstances, because I will inevitably try and totally relax for a period of about an hour. And I might do that reading, I might even close my eyes. Then I will rise and cook.
You will?
I will rise and cook.
Oh, you will rise and cook?
Oh, yes.
Food,
yes.
Ah, right.
Food is the next most important thing, and really and honestly, because I don't like a lot of preamble and superstition and strangeness in these kind of things. I've seen too many characters go wrong in those kind of things, so I will then load up my car and go.
Right. So it's safe to say that you don't obsess about things that you cannot control.
Indeed, indeed. Well, when I felt least like going to doing a gig, they have been some of the best.
Ah, right, right.
And some of the ones that I look forward to with the greatest anticipation, well, they can only be meet your expectations or come lower, can't they?
Yes, indeed, right.
And I certainly believe in the old rock and roll maxim that if they're up and dancing, you don't stop. Sometimes you know that it's not going to be a night for ballads, and sometimes you know that it just is.
Now, have you noticed the difference in the audiences?
Certain pubs are thin on the ground, and certain pubs are fighting for what's left, and I have been busier.
You've been busier.
I have been busier, yes.
That does reinforce the theory that is kicking around, that Joe is a farmer. He's a farmer of food, and food would be what you have in your hands right now and what comes out of his mouth. And I think that's an important thing that we should keep cultivating.
Indeed, indeed. I'll tell you a story, all right?
Please do.
I was down to my last, I think probably 2 or 3 pounds, and I was stuck in Europe, and I had a guitar, and with the money that I had, I bought a busking license for a week. By the time that had expired, I got a job. So it really does get you by.
Wow.
Every once in
You'll
a
never
while.
starve.
No, I don't think I will. No, food's far too important to me.
When you arrive in Ireland and you're essentially, you have your guitar and probably not a lot other things, what goes through your mind on a survival level as far as meeting like-minded musicians to generate an income?
Food.
Food. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Common theme.
Yeah, indeed. I don't know any musicians who can't cook, and I don't know any musicians who aren't fans of food, so a great big pot of something is a good way.
Right.
The jam nights are the ways to beat them, of course, because you've got to find them first. But then a good chat over a good dinner, I think, is far more productive than 10 pints of Guinness.
Wow. This will not be shown in Ireland for
Not that there's anything wrong with 10 pints of Guinness.
This will be now shown in Ireland. Well, here we are with the time where we have a bit of a ritual here on Street Smarts, and it's the donation time for the Horlick Foundation. If you would be kind enough to give us a donation, Joe, we will keep the coffers full.
I have it ready here.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Joe.
You're most welcome.
We will be putting that into the Horlick Foundation.
The young lady in particular that I wrote this song for is my dear sister, who has put me up many times when I had nowhere else to go.
Yes. A beacon in the night.
I'm going to give you the truncated version.
Lovely. Well, again, there's nothing else to say. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.